Liverpool could be staring down a situation that felt unthinkable just a year ago. One of their most influential midfielders drifting into uncertainty, with serious questions now being asked behind the scenes. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. According to Paul Joyce of The Times, there is now doubt surrounding the future of Alexis Mac Allister, and perhaps even more concerning, there have been no contract negotiations at all. For a player tied down until 2028, that might not immediately raise alarm bells. But when you look at the wider picture, the silence becomes deafening, because while Mac Allister waits, others aren't. Ryan Gravenberch has already secured a massive new deal, reportedly worth around £280,000 per week, while Dominik Szoboszlai has been locked in ongoing talks, even if those negotiations have stalled slightly in recent weeks. Mac Allister though, nothing. And that's where the concern really starts to grow. This isn't just about contracts, it's about form, trajectory, and belief. Because on the pitch, the Argentine has looked a shadow of the player who once dictated games with authority. The energy that defined his first season seems to have dipped. The attacking edge has faded. The quality on the ball, once so reliable, has become inconsistent. At 27, this should be peak years. Instead, he's gone from automatic starter to a player fighting to justify his place. And Liverpool will be asking the same question fans are beginning to whisper. Is this just a dip or something more permanent? What makes this situation even more intriguing is Mac Allister's own mindset. He's not pushing for a deal. In fact, he's made it clear. We are not in contract talks, but I'm not in a rush. Calm, relaxed, almost detached. But dig a little deeper and a bigger picture starts to emerge. Mac Allister has openly spoken about wanting to return to Argentina one day, specifically to Argentinos Juniors and Boca Juniors, clubs deeply tied to his family and roots. And that's not all. He's also previously admitted that Spain is a long-term ambition, a league and culture that strongly appeals to him. So while Liverpool wait, Mac Allister may already be thinking ahead. Meanwhile, there are other contract clouds forming. Curtis Jones is approaching the final stretch of his current deal, with his future far from certain. And when you combine that with Mac Allister's situation, Liverpool could suddenly find themselves needing yet another midfield rebuild, just a couple of years after Jurgen Klopp oversaw a major overhaul in 2023. It's a scenario few saw coming, because ideally this all becomes irrelevant. Mac Allister rediscovers his form. Liverpool stabilise, talks begin, problem solved. But right now, there's no guarantee of that. And in the relentless, physically demanding world of the Premier League, where standards never drop and patience runs thin, uncertainty like this can escalate quickly. What started as quiet contract inactivity is now turning into a major Liverpool concern. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. The storyline nobody saw coming is now gathering serious momentum. Xabi Alonso, long viewed by supporters as a dream successor at Anfield, could instead be heading straight into the dugout of a direct Premier League rival. After months of speculation linking him with a return to Liverpool, the narrative has taken a sharp and dramatic twist. Reports now suggest that Chelsea are actively considering Alonso as their next head coach following the dismissal of Liam Roseneur, a decision that has once again thrown Stamford Bridge into managerial uncertainty. Chelsea's season has been defined by instability, and Roseneur's exit marks yet another reset. With assistant Callum McFarlane stepping in on an interim basis, the club are now casting a wide net in their search for a long-term solution, and Alonso's name has quickly risen to the top of that shortlist. According to fresh reports, the Spaniard is being seriously evaluated alongside Marco Silva and Andoni Iraola. Each candidate brings a different profile, but Alonso's availability, following his dismissal by Real Madrid earlier this year, makes him an especially intriguing option. For Liverpool, this creates a fascinating and potentially uncomfortable scenario. Despite a disappointing second campaign under Arne Slot, the current message from within the club is one of stability. Slot is expected to remain in charge heading into the summer, with no immediate plans for a managerial change. However, there are underlying uncertainties that cannot be ignored. Slot's contract runs until 2027, but crucially, there has been no indication of an extension on the horizon. That detail raises eyebrows. With a full end-of-season review looming, and Fenway Sports Group known for their calculated long-term planning, the lack of clarity leaves the door ever so slightly ajar. And that's where Alonso's situation becomes even more compelling. For many Liverpool supporters, Alonso represents more than just a managerial candidate. He is seen as the natural heir, a figure who understands the club's identity and expectations. Yet despite that emotional pull, top sources have consistently played down the likelihood of a return. Now, with Chelsea circling, the possibility emerges that Liverpool's ideal future manager could instead become a direct obstacle. Imagine the optics. Alonso, once adored on Merseyside, standing in the opposite technical area, leading a rival with ambition, resources, and a point to prove. It would mark a stunning U-turn, and one that could reshape the managerial landscape in the Premier League. There are other moving parts too. Edin Terzic had been mentioned as a potential option for Chelsea, but he now appears destined for Athletic Club once Ernesto Valverde steps aside. That shift only strengthens Alonso's position in Chelsea's thinking. Meanwhile, Iraola, who had previously been admired internally at Liverpool during their 2024 managerial search, remains another name to watch. But as things stand, there is no concrete indication that the Reds will revisit that interest. All of this leaves Liverpool in a delicate position. On the surface, stability under Slot remains the priority, but beneath that, questions linger. If results fail to improve, or if that end-of-season review delivers unexpected conclusions, the club could yet be forced into a rethink. And if that moment comes, and Alonso's already installed at Chelsea, Liverpool may find that their perfect successor is no longer attainable. A shock U-turn is brewing, and it might just come back to haunt them. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.